Good evening, everyone. I welcome you back on your favorite show, Rubaroo with Pooja Banga. Today we have Renuka Taneja with us, and she'll be talking about matters of the heart. Yes, how to build your own creative connect with yourself. But before that, I would like to introduce Renuka ji. Renuka ji is the founder of Windows Art and Craft Corner for Children with a vision to help rediscover the child within and to connect with universal values of goodness. She has also established Happiness and Healing Center, which is a space to fulfill her mission of seeing a happier and healed world. Renukaji is currently on the board of Atmantva Consulting as an art facilitator and healing coach. She is certified in pranic healing, Jikeden Reiki, and Renime healing. She is one of the four instructors certified in India to teach Renime therapies and has trained over 1,000 people to spread this methodology deeper in India. Renuka secured her BFA degree from College of Arts and is a product of NID Ahmedabad. She uses art and craft as a medium to help children and elders respect sustainability with the help of waste material and many things. She uses meditation and music to create a space for exploring, experimenting, and expressing. Renukaji has taken her philosophy to many reputed schools in Delhi NCR, worked with multiple stakeholders like teachers, administrators, and parents to enable the space creation. She has worked with many NGOs to enable them with the college young adults as a part of their orientation to help them connect deeply with themselves. Renukaji has taught and held jury positions in leading institutes like NIFT, Pearl Academy, and her art creations have been sold in India and also abroad. She has also worked with corporates, worked with created workshops for them, and it is a great way to de-stress, having a fun, born activity, and to learn and connect to themselves through art. So she's a versatile lady and a charmer who is with us today, and I would really like to welcome her on our show. Namaste, Renuka ji.
Namaste. Thank,
Thank you so much for being with us today. It's a really an honor and a pleasure.
thank you so much for this wonderful introduction. And it's a great pleasure to be with you all today. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. Yes. So, as today's topic is matters of the heart.
Mhm.
So, Renuka ji, tell us how, how do you explain this line matters of the heart?
Um, See, what I feel is that if we allow everybody to touch their inner self to the heart and then express, then you're more genuine, and what you really feel is expressed, rather than putting on a facade or a mask and then portraying even as a person when you are in front. And when you talk from your heart, it just flows and it comes out beautiful, and the real you emerges. So that is why I call it the matters of the heart. And even in expressing, whether it is creativity or anything, just touching to your heart and doing it, that is the best.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, I was just going through your introduction and tell me, Renuka ji, about your journey a little bit. How did you got into this, field of art and craft? Please tell us.
Okay, so I remember when I was very young in school, I always wanted to do art, but I was very scared. I would stand in front of paintings and say, I wish I could do it one day, but I never attempted. But I was very
Mm.
lucky, very beautiful and good teachers. And so it's very important the kind of teachers that you have. And for me, at that point also, they were not teachers, they were my facilitators and my guide. And they helped me find that part of me. And I started this artwork only at the age of 15. Before that, I was very scared. And then I joined in school also. My teachers encouraged me so much and said, okay, okay, you know, my father, in my family, everyone is into education and they're highly
Okay.
qualified. So I was the first one, and I obviously the family was kind of, okay, how can you take this up? It is a hobby. It cannot be a
Mhm.
but
Career.
yeah. And but I was lucky that my father and my mother supported me, and I joined College of Art, and then I went to NID after that. And getting into the field of education also, for me, it was I always felt that I had studied so much and I should, work. But then I
Mm,
think I had different intentions, and I got into this education field.
right. Excellent. Awesome. So now, I mean, you have stood by your words and you're doing so well. So your family must have, taken it aback that, this also works and your passion can also be your career.
Absolutely. And in those days, it was kind of unheard of that you would choose something creative like this as your, career for your
Yeah.
life. And
Yeah.
but yes, today they probably would think differently. And in the
Yeah.
family, I'm the first one to take this different path.
Wow. Wow. So, Renuka ji, while going through your introduction, I was just reading your this line: explore, experiment, and express. So, how does it connect to the art and connecting to your heart?
Yeah. So before we go there, I'd just how Windows was created, because Windows is the platform and the place. Windows are the art and craft corner where the children come and we do this. So
Okay.
Windows also was born because before that I was teaching and I was working in NIFT, and but I think the divine had different, as when I say divine intervention. He fractured my foot, and
Oh.
that was the turning point of my life. And when he fractured my foot, at that time I went into a very bad depression. And from that depression emerged Windows, the
Hmm.
art and craft.
Okay.
So the
There has to
divine,
be a reason behind everything, but we see one aspect of it. If we, see from the perspective of the divine, then it has a lot to give us and teach
absolutely,
us.
absolutely. So that's
Yeah.
how, when I was born, a friend of mine and I got together. My mother gave us the space, and slowly started with few children. And our whole approach was different. Like I remember in College of Art, it was very structured. But when I went to NID, we were given the freedom to
Yeah.
think and reflect and develop your own designs.
Home
And
designs. Yeah.
after that, we got associated with a school called Mirambika, where my daughter went. And there also
Mm,
there was learning. And so that helped in understanding a lot more. So
right.
that's how I've got into this, that allow the children, give them the space, give them,
Mm,
allow them to explore. Because when
more.
you explore, you come out with something unique. And we believe in finding the uniqueness of each child. So,
Yes.
or an adult, when you give them the space, like even you and me, if we are allowed to be given the space, we come out with something much better. So give it,
Absolutely.
explore, and then allow them to express what they have in their hearts, and experiment. So when they experiment and they try out and they have the feeling that they have tried it, it gives them a
Absolutely.
feeling of empowerment, and their
Yeah.
whole self-esteem goes up. So that is
Mm,
why they explore, experiment, and express. The three
yes.
E's.
Yeah. So beautifully explained, Renuka ji. I totally agree with you because now those retro kind of, bringing up has taken a back, and parents are very, very active, proactive that way, that they give importance to what their kids want to do, and
Yeah.
they actually, takes a lot of time to, and help their children to explore what their passion is.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
yeah. So these professional courses, I think, have come up really a long way because of this, mindset now we have chosen to be in.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Like, I'll give you an example here. Like, one parent came to me when she had come for admission, and she came to me and she said, and she was very upset. So I said, "What happened?" She said, "Today my child, painted the whole bed cover." So I told her, I said that, listen, keep that bed cover because that's a unique piece, and
Yeah,
that's a unique creation of your child. So
yeah,
at that
and maybe,
point, yeah,
sorry,
at
maybe in future you will be proud of her that this is the first thing she painted, and you will show it to everyone with so much of pride.
Yes. And at that point, she did not admit the child. And when I went back to Mirambika, the school, one day, she came up to me and she said, "Do you remember me?" And I didn't remember her at that time. And then she said that I had come for my child. And then she put her child in, and her children are doing beautifully. Because if we
Wow.
give them the space to experiment and say it's okay, like my daughter, she painted the fans, she painted the doors, she painted the lights, and we allowed her to do it. So
Mm,
it brings out the best in them, I think.
right. So, one of our viewers, Ritu Saxena, she's saying, "My daughter enjoyed your online art classes. Wash hands. Thank you. Thank you, Ritu, for joining and appreciating this."
Thank you, Ritu.
Yeah. So, Renuka ji, tell us, do you think this creativity is inborn, or do you have to develop this, or every person has this, creativity in them?
I
Is
think,
it?
yeah,
Yeah.
और बोलिए.
या दैट्स व्हाट आई वांटेड टू आस्क कि क्रिएटिविटी जो है वो सिर्फ आर्ट के रूप में हम उसको सोचेंगे लेंगे या फिर यो इट कैन बी इन एनी फॉर्म?
Yes, it can be in any, creativity is any form. And I think
हुँ,
everyone is born with it. But we have our own demons in us, and we feel we can't do it because we feel we are not good enough. There are so many
हुँ,
people जैसे हमने कभी एक लाइन भी नहीं खींची, कभी ड्रॉ नहीं करा, we can't do it. But my belief is that if you try and you let your heart open, then you anybody can do it, and we all have it. But we are brought up in a certain way. Our society is like that, and bringing like that कि भाई ये साइंस का है, ये आर्ट्स का है, आप नहीं कर सकते. But there's nothing like that. At any age, you can do it. You won't believe my mother started painting at the age of 75. She's 90
वाओ!
and she's still painting,
वाओ!
and she makes such beautiful things. So, and
हुँ,
there is no age. You can pick it up at any age. She picked up the Casio, and she started computers at the age of 80.
हुँ,
So there
वाओ!
is no, you can do it, and um, you just have to allow yourself and say, okay, doesn't matter, let me try. I'm not bothered whether it is going to be good or bad. The so-called traditional good means it should look identical to what you see, but it's not that. Abstract art also has so much of
Yeah,
feeling. So
एग्ज़ैक्टली, यस,
connect to the feeling, and you connect to the idea that, okay, I just want to do that, whether it's dance, whether it's theater, whether it's art, music, anything calms you. It's a therapy for you, and it keeps you sane.
yeah.
That's,
So how we all can, help adults and children to be creative?
yeah, I think you have to allow yourself to be, and don't think of how it's going to look or whether it'll be appreciated or no. You're doing it for yourself, so just enjoy doing it. And when you do it, like, um, when you do art, it's your inner soul, because there are so many times where you can't express in words, but the paintbrush
Right.
is it. And so what is your
Mhm.
most feeling just comes out. And even
Right.
music, it's your chakras here which open up, and
Mhm.
that opens up your blockages. And when it open,
Mhm.
and when you dance, you're free flowing, and all your
Right.
blockages opening up, and you don't need anything else, because you're all, and you get healed. So you have to just
Yes.
allow it to be, and just plunge into it and do it, and don't worry about the results.
Right.
Even
So,
in our studio, I feel that every child is unique, and we have to respect and bring out the uniqueness in each
yes.
child or
Mhm.
an.
Wow. So, one of our viewers, Amal Ramanathan, saying learning knows no age. Thanks for reminding us, Renuka ji. And my granddaughter loves to draw on the walls. That's so sweet.
Wonderful. Please allow her
Yeah.
to do, and take photographs of everything that she paints. They are prized possessions.
Right. So another viewer, Amit Raj, uh, Indocrination is the term where education limits our imagination. How
Mhm.
we can connect more when we feel vulnerable to ourselves, and that too by ourselves. We cause harm to ourselves many times. How to stop?
Okay. So can you repeat it a little bit? That how to?
So, So he's saying that education limits our imagination. Of course, that when you think more of from your logical mind, so
Yes.
you don't want to explore that side of yours. So
True.
how we can connect more when we feel vulnerable to ourselves?
Yeah. So I think our mind comes, definitely. You are absolutely right that the mind comes in our way. So maybe you'll have to, if you calm yourself down and don't worry, tell your mind that it's okay even if somebody else doesn't like it, but I like it. I'm doing it for myself, I'm not doing it for others. So when you're doing
Mm,
it for yourself and you're loving it for yourself, that's when you'll be able to overcome it. And
mm,
like there's a workshop which we are doing, and there the adults are there. Every time we tell them, okay, you just draw, and 90% of them say, okay, we've never drawn, we don't know how
mm,
to draw also. But that is your belief. You believe
mm.
that you can't draw. If you break that belief and you say, okay, no, it's okay, even if it's uh, because that comes in your mind that it needs to be accurate, because the world
Right.
looks at photo finish is the best, but actually it's not the, yes, that is good also, that's a skill, but that is a skill, but what comes from your heart nobody else can do, and that's your
Right.
heart speaking. So if you connect to your heart and you say it's okay, I'm doing it for myself, and just try, you see how the release happens, and you'll start enjoying, and you'll
Mm.
be able to do it.
So I can't, agree with you more, रेणुका जी, because कहीं ना कहीं हमारी conditioning और belief system ऐसा है कि as you said कि perfectionism हमारे mind में रहता है कि art is only for artists and people who are good at drawing or creating, but once we uncondition our mind and do it repeatedly, as Amit Raj said, कि very truly when sometimes we are in stress or if we are in situation where our mind is just making us mad, then taking up a pen or a pencil or a color is actually a very very hard thing to do, because your mind doesn't let you do any such thing where you will feel ease you know
Absolutely.
so I think that is it. Again and again you have to consciously tell your mind, no, I'm not listening to you and I'm doing this. And once you start taking a stand from your mind to your heart, so things start changing. That is what I feel from my experience.
Absolutely, you are absolutely 100% bang on. Like, I'll give you
Yeah.
an example over here. Nitya Shanti, I think many people would have heard of him. So, in his workshop, sometimes I used to do art with the people. And there was this person, he had never drawn ever in his life. And when I made them do it, said no. His first reaction was, I can't do it. But today he's become a painter, and he paints
Wow.
all. He's converted his basement into a studio, and he's painting. He's discovered that part of him, and he was close to retirement at that time. So
Excellent.
these
Excellent.
things are dormant in us. We don't acknowledge them. Just
Mm,
acknowledge, accept, and you go ahead and do it.
right. So true. So रेणुका जी, अभी आपने हीलिंग के बारे में कुछ बात करी. So a lot of people are talking about this art therapy these days. So
Mm.
therapy is generally connected to, therapeutic things that one do, the therapies one take. So how art is a therapy? Please explain us that.
Yeah. So today art therapy has become a very big thing, but I my belief is that what I've been doing, Windows today is 22 years old. So what we
Hmm.
have been doing at our studio for the last 22 years unconsciously is actually therapy. It's therapy for the children. It's therapy for everyone because um, what is within comes out when you're
Hmm.
allowed to. And as they call art therapy because it calms you. It calms you down when you're taking the brush, you're taking the colors, and you are painting or expressing what is within, you're expressing, you're calming down in the bargain. And a lot of times you cannot express in words. There are lots of people who cannot express in words. They find it difficult to even express like that, but the paintings tell you a lot, their feeling, their inner emotions. So the colors that you choose, the forms that you choose,
Yeah,
is comes
tells
from
a
your
lot
heart.
about, yeah,
It tells a lot
about the
about
emotions.
the situation the person is. So, and
Yeah.
then when that's a release, so when that release happens, the healing also starts happening because you've
Yeah.
expressed. Like even
Mm.
otherwise, when you dialogue and you dialogue with somebody, whatever misunderstandings or anything, they get clarified. Same way when you express through art, not only art, even dance, drama, theater, everything. When you express through that, there's a release, and that release is healing. So your blockage,
Mm.
that's my belief.
Yeah. Absolutely. Even I feel so, Renukaji, because there are so many emotions which are suppressed in our subconscious and we keep storing them. And then
Yes,
when we start, as you said, dance or art or any such form of creativity, start doing something, then layers keep shedding off, everything start coming up onto the surface and get released through your, maybe the painting you are doing or the dancing you are performing. So I think it's a very, very beautiful and natural way of healing oneself.
absolutely, absolutely right.
You don't need actually anybody's support because whatever you are feeling is coming out naturally. Nobody
Yes,
is imposing anything on you.
absolutely, yes. And even
Mm.
if you just you're alone, you just put a big canvas there and you take paint and brushes and just start painting like they say, वो boxing करते हैं. So this is your
Yeah.
it just releases. Yeah.
So nice. मेरा भी मन कर रहा है ऐसा कुछ करने का. And actually, I tell you to the truth, it's
Mhm.
my actual inner dream to start painting, which I have not actually taken this out. Every time I think of it, and I पता नहीं what stops me. So I think this is the right time. I should come to you and start
Absolutely.
my journey with the arts.
Absolutely. In fact, this pandemic has done something beautiful. The Zoom, I thank Zoom so much. I've been able to
Mm.
reach out to people who are out of Delhi. And
Yeah.
it's I started an adult group on Zoom, and people from outside Delhi have joined. So it's so
Mm.
beautiful. One can connect to them. Otherwise, how can they come? They can't come.
Yeah.
So that's been
Right.
really beautiful. And so please join. Absolutely.
So, Amit Raj is saying, thank you, Renuka ma'am, Pooja ma'am. Is that we have to convince our mind in order to reach to our heart?
Not necessary that you have to convince your mind. If you, I think a lot of inner work, or you just start meditating and calming yourself down, automatically your mind will calm down and will not come in the way.
Mm.
Yes, I do agree that the mind comes in the way and the mind holds you back. But if you convince, you start calming yourself down, then it will happen.
Mm. It's not actually, I think, convincing, but it actually means breaking the pattern.
Yes, yes. Yeah,
Mm.
that's, if you break the pattern, then uh,
Mm.
new ways open out, new patterns come in. Yeah.
Yeah. Amal Ramanathan saying actually sometimes we make squiggles and drawings without thinking while listening to lectures, etc. Yeah,
Yeah.
it happens with me also a lot of time when I'm on phone and taking a call or talking something. I keep drawing something or the other on the page. Some pattern, very beautiful pattern comes up, which I really feels कि yeah, ये मैंने बनाया है.
बिल्कुल,
So
बिल्कुल.
what is it?
Yeah, so that you could call it doodling, and it's coming
Hmm.
from, even I love doing that. My hand doesn't rest, and my mother and my husband and all get irritated at times, whether it's a bed cover or whether it's a tablecloth. I have a pen and I start making the patterns on, and I say, "So what? It's okay." So it's
Hmm.
beautiful. These doodles, uh, and later on these doodles itself can be your source of inspiration because they are coming from your subconscious mind. You're not thinking, you're just doing it. So when it comes from your subconscious mind, that is what is coming from your heart. So, and
Right.
are actually masterpieces, so please keep all your doodles, and those doodles
Okay.
inspire you to make something more, because when you make
Wow.
paintings there's some inspiration, and anything can
Hmm.
inspire. For me, these doodles have always inspired me. I
Yeah.
remember in school, I like the classes would go on, and I would sit and scribble. And one day, our eco teacher had come, and I kind of made his caricature, and it was
Wow.
passed out whole class. And then we were caught, and he got very upset. But nobody owned up who had done it. But it was fun. So these doodles also
Today,
are
I
fun.
think if he's listening that this session, he must have now by the time come to know that who had done it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So please do continue doodling. It's beautiful. Don't do that.
Mm. And I think um, as a human, I feel that we take everything very seriously. Even if it is art, it is work, it is household work, anything we take very seriously and, always strive for perfection. But
Yes.
as you just said, ki sometimes you just do things for fun and what shapes does it take, you don't know. But it is always, a step taken and then talk about it. We just talk about everything and don't take a step.
Yes. And just surrender, allow it to flow. Because we do so much of planning, we do so much of structuring, कि भाई ऐसा होना चाहिए, perfect होना चाहिए. But there's so much of beauty in imperfection. Like I
Imperfection.
remember when I used to teach at NIFT and these other institutes when I used to go. The designs that I would tell the children to make, I would tell them मेरे को symmetry नहीं चाहिए, because normal way is symmetrical. But I would say no,
Right.
I don't want symmetry. See it the asymmetrical way. Don't see
Mm.
symmetry and see how much beauty there is. Like for example, when you look at a tree, no two uh,
Mostly.
stems are the same, or they move in the same direction, or the leaves are the same. Every leaf is different. Every leaf is actually unique if we look at it. So can each one of us be that unique leaf of a tree?
Wonderful. That's so, so nice. Actually, you're true.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to bring out the best in each. That's what we have.
Each. Yeah. And we should not never stop learning, I feel. Every day is a new day and new beginning of life. So don't think that you are 60, you are 50, you are 40 and ये art करना, drawing करना तो ये बच्चों की बात है. अब बड़े थोड़ी ना कि ये कोई चीज करते हैं. Lot of things, this kind of, thinking we have when we grow up. That don't
Absolutely.
be childlike. Don't
Yeah.
be childlike. But the essence is to be childlike all your life.
That's so beautiful, Pooja. You've put it so beautifully. Absolutely. Live the child within you. Don't ignore that child. What happens is, as we grow up, the child in us we forget. But it's
Mm.
that which has the beauty. So live that child again and enjoy it. As I told you, like my mother, she started at 75. Same way, my grandmother, I remember her words I'll never forget. She always said that, listen, um, you learn till the last breath of your life. Even the
Mm.
last breath, before your last breath, you're still learning. Allow yourself to learn. And I've never forgotten that. And I keep
Yeah,
example to all my kids.
yeah. Very beautiful. I think towards the, once you are growing up, I think that is the art of dying, which is very, very important that you prepare yourself because it is nothing, very scary which is happening, but
Yeah,
it is something a very beautiful experience if you see it in that way. So I think every day it's a new learning with age and with time, which
ab-
we keep our awareness open to.
yeah, absolutely.
Mm,
That's so
yeah.
true.
So, Amalji is saying, do you think, Renuka, an addict can be cured by engaging in some creative activity?
Absolutely, yes. Absolutely. But
How does it happen?
uh, it might be difficult for the person initially, but you'll have to create that interest and see which form of creativity that person is interested in. Because it's not
Interested in.
necessary that he will be interested in art. Maybe he's
Mm,
interested in theater, maybe he's interested in photography, maybe he's interested in something else. So, wherever the interest is, the creativity interest is there, allow that to develop, and
yeah.
you can expose to different mediums because you don't know what he will take to. And
Mm,
definitely it's very healing and very releasing.
yeah. And I feel addiction is nothing is actually a lack of self-love and importance or time. So
Yes,
if somebody is the most healing part is that you be there for that person and talk to that person a lot, and by talking and by counseling only you will get to know what the other person is interested in. Maybe cooking a small meal in the house kitchen is also very therapeutic. Yeah.
yes, cooking is also an art. Cooking is also an
Mhm.
art. So anything where that person is interested in, and appreciation and acknowledgement is very important. Whatever little that person does, please appreciate and acknowledge. And
Mhm.
that is what will take that person far and help them come out of it. Because maybe you don't know the reasons. It could be low self esteem, it could be not being acknowledged, maybe not getting attention. So, all these things will, when they get that love and affection, a- and loving them and giving them unconditional love and accepting them and encouraging them to do the best. I think that is
Mhm.
important. And
Yeah.
helping them find themselves and loving themselves too.
Yeah. So Amit Raj is saying, yes, ma'am, perfections has taken toll. Is that we have subconsciously gathered over a period of time because the people who are judging us in childhood and it used to affect us a lot. Yeah. So
Yes, absolutely. Because judging, in your childhood, when you are judged, you are compared, all these things come in the way. And people wanting you to be a perfectionist, yes, definitely. All this comes in the way. But as you grow older and you understand it, and it's very good if you are understanding it and connecting to that and unlearning whatever happened. Because every parent does their best, they give their best to you. From their side, that is their belief, and they've done that for you. But as we grow older, we start thinking on our own, and maybe it's not the best for you, and you thought they could do it differently. But don't hold
yeah.
them responsible for it because they have done. Because when you start holding them responsible, then there's a lot of uh, negative vibrations which come within you, and those negative vibrations are very damaging. So
Mhm.
bless them, thank them for what they've done, and you move now because you've realized, you undo all that and you find your new way, and don't do it to somebody else.
Excellent. So beautiful. Amitraj, I'm sure you've got your answer that you have to work on your inner child and you have to go back to your childhood and see which all, incidents that happen had hurt you and you have that wounds. So heal those wounds, start with yourself, don't blame anyone and take the responsibility of your life and, start being positive about things.
Yes. And gratitude is very important. Be grateful for whatever. And
Yes.
that happened for a reason, actually. It happened for a
Yeah.
reason to teach you something, for the evolution of your soul. So
Mm,
accept it as an evolution of your soul for your self growth and move forward.
mm. Very true. So, Renuka ji, tell us one more thing that do you teach skills and how do you help people to become a professional in arts?
Uh, so I my belief is that whatever we do, we it's like a potter. You are a facilitator, you're not a teacher, and you're giving that support to them. And when you're giving that support to them, acknowledging what they are doing, because so many parents come to me and they say, okay, my child is very low at self-esteem. There's so many children, they don't want to show their work, but
Yeah.
we have to encourage them, acknowledge what they are doing, support them like a potter supports, and the pot gets built slowly and with that tender support, not by dictating to them and telling them that the tree has to be green. Why? The tree can be pink because the child sees it that way. And if we allow that creative side of them to develop, slowly their skills develop, because we work on their observation, we work on their proportions, everything comes out amazingly. Of course, when you go to college, if you take it up as a profession and you go to college, you have to do the technical way. But how
Mm,
we do it is, we don't do it the technical way. We work on their inner selves, we work on their observation, and slowly their proportions, their observation, their coloring, everything starts emerging. And it's a slow process, it doesn't happen in a day. Like I know the children, so many children join Windows when they're 3.5. They continue till they are 18, 19, 18 when they go to college. So it's a second home for them. And they draw
wow.
so beautiful. Even I get surprised that how did this happen? How did they do it? I never told them to do it this way or anything. I don't dictate. I allow them to explore it. Show them the technique, tell them this is the technique. Now you find your way. And for the
Mm,
younger ones, also we don't ever show that you are more knowledgeable than them, because
mm.
if you do that, their self-esteem will go down. So I tell them, I
They
said,
shut
I
themselves. They
yeah
shut themselves. They will not share their own ideas and knowledge with you.
yeah yeah. So
Mm,
even like discovering colors, you tell them, you discover this color. I don't know how to make it. Can you tell me how it is made? So they feel empowered, and they make the color and they come and tell you, okay, this is how I made it, and
mm,
so builds their self-esteem up. So,
right.
and the skills also, amazingly, they start doing it. You show them the technique, allow them to experiment, and they come out with things which you are very surprised. It's
Right.
surprising even today.
I think it is a practice one as a parent also have to, inculcate because being elders, we get that, you know,
Yes,
power to tell them that we know better than you. So we
yes,
have to unlearn things to make them learn new things.
absolutely, absolutely. And
Mhm.
for them to be the leader.
So I read somewhere that, as parents, we feel that, now our kid has come, now we have to teach them everything we know. But it is actually the kid has come to teach you the things you thought you know, but you don't know.
Absolutely. So much of unlearning to do with the children and change with the, because the
Yeah.
changing and so much keeps happening, and if you don't change with the times, then you've lost your child. So you
Yeah.
have to change with the times and acknowledge whatever the situation is and move along with that. And then they
Mhm.
are connected to you and they share with you and all, which is very important.
Right. So Amit is saying good vibes. Yes, ma'am. Thank you to both of you. Amal is saying excellent vision, Renuka. Keep that love flowing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for
Thank you
your
so much.
kind words.
Yes.
So, Renuka ji, tell us about some therapies. Also, you were just, I was going through your introduction, and you were, it has mentioned Reneme therapy, on which we have already done one session in Rubaroo.
Yeah.
So, tell us about Reneme also a little bit, please.
So, Reneme therapy is a very amazing therapy, and it has come to India. Reneme is from Mexico and France, and he is a humanitarian, and
Mm,
his wish is to take it out to the world, and so that everybody can heal. And they're such simple therapies. It just takes 3 to 4 minutes for each therapy, and if you do it regularly and do it with commitment, there are magical results that happens. And there are
mm,
so many, like there's Reiki, there's other things. They all the therapies, the path is the same. I mean,
yeah.
it to the same path, and it's really amazing how you can within few minutes try and help another person. And
Yeah.
Abhi, he's just come out. He channels all these therapies, and he's just
Yeah.
channeled one, our hope, which is for healing yourself. Normally, it is always to do for others, because the more
Hmm.
you give, you receive. But our
Hmm.
hope in the pandemic.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. Reneme therapy. Then Nitya Shanti is also there, and he talks about joyful living, living happily, and living in a different way. Uh, you know, accepting and like don't live life so seriously as you were saying. And he calls it the rule number six. Rule number six is don't live life so seriously. And
Hmm.
then there's so many other therapies. Then there's Jikadin Reiki, there's pranic healing, which you all do. You also do that. It's
So anybody who wants to know more about Reneme healing, they can go back to our Soulsetu YouTube channel and search Reneme healing session, and you can know about more about Reneme healing also there. So,
yes,
Renuka one more thing. Tell us how mindfulness and creativity go hand in hand.
yes. So mindfulness is again when you are mindful of certain things. You are mindful and you are doing it. It's coming from your heart. It's coming from your heart. You connect to your heart and you are mindfully doing it. So the masterpiece is created. So creativity flows from there. So and a lot of times at the same time you even your thinking, your approach to the whole thing helps if you are a little mindful and connecting to your heart. Both are important.
So I think one more thing, I feel that if you are doing some kind of artwork or creative work in routine with other things which you are doing, so you become more focused and more productive in whatever you are doing, as well as you keep de-stressing yourself every day by doing, maybe giving 5-10 minutes to this hobby maybe of yours, if it is not your career. So what do you have to say about it?
Absolutely. And I won't call it a hobby. I would call it uh, it's a part of you. And
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I was in school at that time, when our board exams used to be going on, I used to sit up late and study. And but padhai, I was not very fond of padhai, but karna hi tha, you had to do it. So I
Mm-hmm.
used to study late, and then when I used to start feeling sleepy, I used to draw. And when I used to draw, मेरी नींद चली जाती थी, and then I was wide awake. So my belief is that even if you give 5-10 minutes, it's a release. And when release happens, you're doing it again. You're just doing it. You're not doing it for results. You're not doing it to please somebody. You're doing it for yourself. So when you're doing it for yourself and you're enjoying it and it becomes a part of you, then it's very healing. And
Mm-hmm.
you are able to do it, and just allow yourself, give that 5-10 minutes. It's even like listening to music. When you listen to music, or the people who sing, when they sing, they feel so calm and they feel so, recharged. So same way,
Mm.
whether it's art or any other creative field, it recharges you, it recharges your batteries. So just
Mm.
allow yourself to explore in that area. Just
Yeah,
keep some paints, keep some brushes there, and don't say I can't do it. There's nothing that you can't. You can do everything. Say I can. So when you say
yeah,
you can and you pick up that brush, you will be able to do it. And just believe in yourself. It's
absolutely. And I
I can't.
think it is, yeah, sorry, I'm
No, no,
interrupting, please.
sorry, sorry. Now, I was saying
No,
that there should not be any I can't in your vocabulary. It is I can.
mm, yeah. That's true. And I feel that, in these today's time, it is all the more important. It has become to, do something with your hands, because we have actually become so much addicted to technology, and digital, world is getting so much on us that we have stopped writing from our own hands, or stopped scribbling, or stopped using that pen, and, hand coordination is not there. So it is all the more important to detox yourself by painting or by doing some artwork.
Absolutely beautifully put. Because
Mm.
I remember I was telling my daughter, she's also got into design. She's doing her design. So in our times, we had to do everything by hand. We did not have these digital machines, or the computer where you do your repeat and it instantly happens. It used to take us days to do it, and we did
Yeah,
everything by hand,
my
and it's
own hand.
brain that you'll never forget it. So using
Yeah.
your hands is very important. And even playing with clay, like clay is so therapeutic. When you anybody under stress and things, you give them clay and ask them to play with it, and whatever they make out of it, just the fact of using your hands, your motor skills, and you know binding the clay, there's a release. Like even घर पे जैसे हम आटा बनाते थे पहले, uh, everything you did yourself. And even making atta, like cooking is therapeutic, even making atta is therapeutic. There's so much of
Yeah.
release, and,
Yes, yeah.
and release is again healing.
Hmm.
Just allow yourself to heal, I would say.
Yeah. बहुत मजा आ रहा है रेणुका जी, but then we have a shortage of time, and then I don't mind if really look forward, in fact, if we do a small meditation to connect to ourselves with the audience.
Yes, so I was thinking I'll do the lotus of gratitude with them. I've
Sure.
learned it from Nitya Shanti. So basically, it is when we live in gratitude, and if we are grateful for anything and everything, it transforms you, it changes you. So, gratitude is very, very important. So, there's this lotus of gratitude in which I make the children also do it, and then they draw after that. So we do these
Oh.
little meditations, we do these little inputs for them. So it calms them down, and then when they draw, the amazing drawings come out of it because they've connected to their inner self. So same way
Mm.
in this of gratitude, we you can do it with me,
Yeah, sure.
and all the viewers, it would be nice if you also join in. So we take this is like the lotus in our hand, and we know the lotus grows in the mud, right? And when the sun shines on it, it opens out. So same way, now when we are meditating, each time it opens one layer, and when you open each layer, you will think of something that you are grateful for till the whole flower opens. Okay, so I'd
Right.
like all of you to shut your eyes, relax, take a deep breath, breathe in, breathe out slowly, continue breathing in and breathing out. You take your hands in a closed bud close to your heart. Think of all that's beautiful, the beautiful world, the beautiful life. Think of the beauty. Think of all the lovely people in your life and all the good things that have happened or are happening to you. And be grateful for that. And even for the negative things, because the negative things help you evolve and they are growing you, they are evolving you. And we have to be grateful to that also. So you'll open your little finger, the first finger, think of what you are grateful for. And each time you open each finger, you say, I am so thankful. So continue opening the fingers and saying, I'm thankful for whatever you are thankful for, grateful for. Your baby finger, the little finger opens. I am grateful for whatever you are wishing. The ring finger, open the ring finger of one hand. I am grateful for. The middle finger, I am grateful for. The index finger, I am grateful for. And now the other hand, open it one by one. Each petal is opening and glowing. And as the sun rays are falling, it opens out bigger and bigger. And the beautiful flower is spreading beautiful fragrance. Imagine yourself sitting inside the lotus and the beautiful light flowing over you. Visualize that and continue being in gratitude and thankfulness and saying, I'm thankful for. Once the whole flower has opened, breathe in, breathe out. Continue feeling the beautiful fragrance. You are in the center of the flower. The cool breeze, the bright sun, enjoying it. As you continue doing that and feeling it, you are more grateful. And in your gratitude, whenever you are ready, take both your hands and put them on your heart and feel and say to yourself that I'm truly blessed. I'm the most supported and loved child of God. I'm the favorite child in the center of the lotus. You are in a whole new life field of gratitude. You are now more thankful, more loving. And remember, every day you can be more grateful, and each day is more beautiful. And promise yourself that you will live in gratitude and thankfulness. Gratitude for everything, thankfulness for everything. Continue breathing in and out and enjoying the feeling of gratitude and the field around you. Whenever you're ready, slowly open your eyes and you come back. Rub your hands and say, how wonderful.
How wonderful. Thank you so much, Renuka ji. It was such an empowering 5 minutes of meditation that I can't tell you. It has like everything has just stopped, and
Thank
I'm
you.
to in total gratitude.
Thank you. So, my friends, just live in gratitude. That's very important.
Yeah. I think once you are in gratitude, all the complaints just go away because this is the most important aspect which we generally forget, and we keep thinking of the half cup which is not full, but we forget the cup which is already full, and we are so much, blessed with everything around.
Absolutely. Absolutely right. Yes. And as Puja says, see the glass half full and don't see it as half empty.
Yeah.
Amazing. Very
Thank you so much, Renuka ji. I'm still in that moment and don't want to come out. Thank you so much for your, time and your knowledge. It really, really helped us and our viewers to, have a little more wisdom each day.
thank you everybody for joining us. And I hope I was able to add some value to your lives.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It was a wonderful session. Thank you,
Thank you.
Renuka ji.
Thank
Goodbye.
you. Yeah, and thank you, Soulsetu, for hosting me. Thank you so much. It was beautiful. Thank you.
Pleasure for us. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Thank you, my viewers, for all the love and support. And with your love and support, we are almost completing 1 year of Rubaroo. Yay! So I'm very excited. Are you all excited? So if you follow us on Rubaroo, and if Rubaroo has touched you in any way and you want to share your experience with us, then in the month of April, we have opened the platform for all our viewers who want to come and share their experiences with us on screen on Rubaroo show itself. For 10 minutes each, we'll call upon the viewers who want to share their experiences with us. So please do write to us in the comment box, or do message us personally on the numbers which are given on the ticker right below, and we'll get back to you, and we'll coordinate with you how to go about coming on screen with us. And also there's a big surprise coming up on our anniversary, that is 8th of April. So we'll come with that soon next week. And thank you so much, everyone. And every week, Thursday, 5 p.m., Facebook and YouTube live. So, as you just saw that video in the beginning, Dhyan Setu, full moon meditation circle. So, we go live on Zoom every full moon, and with different theme, with the new facilitator every month. So, if you are interested, we have, launched a subscription package on the first anniversary of Dhyan Setu, where you just have to pay 2,500 rupees for 12 meditation sessions. Uh, uh, but not 3,600, which is the actual price. So if you want to subscribe our Dhyan Setu Full Moon Meditation Circle, do let us know. Contact us on the numbers which are coming on the ticker: 766 9828 188, 766 9843 999. And you can also follow us on our YouTube and Facebook channel. And then you can know more about what is Soul Setu is bringing new for you. Next Dhyan Setu Meditation Circle is on 27th March with Manjula Singh ji, and she'll be doing the theme of Activate Your Power with Your Dragon. Activate Your Power with Your Dragon. So that's the theme of our upcoming Dhyan Setu Meditation Circle. And on 10th and 11th April, there's a workshop which is coming up on Soul Setu platform with Jayashree Iyer. It's a traditional Reiki level 1 workshop which is happening on 10th and 11th in person event. So the venue is in Gurgaon. So if you want to register for the same, go on our website www.soulsetu.com. You'll get all the information of these seminars and workshops which are coming up on our website itself, and you can there and then register for the same. So what are you waiting for? Come on, register for Dhyan Setu subscription, register for uh, this traditional Reiki Healing Level 1 workshop, and we'll meet you on next Thursday. Till then, goodbye.
With your love and support, our online talk show Rubaroo is walking towards its first anniversary. I am Pooja Banga, co-founder of Soulsetu Wellness Foundation and your host for Rubaroo show. Me and my team, Soulsetu team, is super excited for this first anniversary of Rubaroo, and we would like to invite my audience, you, our beautiful viewers, in the month of April to join us on screen and share about your experiences with us. So, if Rubaroo has impacted you, motivated you, or touched you in any way, so do write to us in the comment box and we would love to have you on our show. So, what are you waiting for? Do write to us and we'll be back to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.